Grade 4, Module 6, Lesson 12, Homework, page 2. Find the sum. Convert tenths to hundredths as needed. Write your answer as a decimal. All right, so letter A wants us to add 3 tenths plus 7 hundredths. We can't add those together. They have to have like denominators. They have to have like units. So if I think about 3 tenths, and I think about that place value chart we just did, and I try to create that into hundredths, there would be 3 tenths moved into hundredths. That would make 30 hundredths. And that will become a lot more natural as we keep going. I'm going to add that with 7 hundredths, and together that makes 37 hundredths. It does ask us to write our answer as a decimal, so 37 hundredths looks like this, 37 hundredths. So let's look at letter C. 5 tenths plus 40 hundredths. So if I had 5 in the tenths place of that place value chart and I move those over to hundredths, I would be left with 50 hundredths, because each 5 would represent 10 hundredths, added with 40 hundredths equals 90 hundredths. And we need to create that into a decimal, or leave our answer as a decimal, write our answer as a decimal, which would look like 90 hundredths. Also, that's the same as 9 tenths. So either way you can write that. Problem number 4. Solve. Write your answer as a decimal. So 5 tenths, that's the same thing as 50 hundredths. I'm going to add that with 53 hundredths. I can see that 50 plus 53 is going to make more than 100. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little number bond here. This is a nice little trick. And I am going to make 100 hundredths so that I can create 1. I already have 50 to start with, right here. To make that be 100 hundredths, I would need a 50 hundredths. So now I know that this fraction and this fraction would make 1. So I'm just doing a little number bond, breaking this down. So 50 hundredths and 50 hundredths added together makes 100 100ths, which is 1. And we're left with this one right here, which is 3 100ths. And that is how I'm going to add these fractions, by breaking it down and trying to make groups of ones. I'm going to do letter C, just to make sure that this is all making sense. 4 tenths, that is 40 hundredths. I'm going to add that with 78 hundredths. Well, 40 added with 78 is going to be greater than 100. So I'm going to go ahead and break down my 78 hundredths. If I have 40 hundredths for this one, I would need 60 hundredths to make 1. So I'm going to pull 60 hundredths out of this fraction. And that's going to leave me with 18 hundredths. Because remember, 60 plus 18 would make our 78. So together, this fraction and this fraction makes 1. 40 hundredths plus 60 hundredths is 100 hundredths. So we're left with 1, and then we still have 18 hundredths. So our answer is 1 and 18 hundredths. It did tell us to write our answer as a decimal. I didn't do that last time, so I'm going to go back and fix this one. 1 and 3 hundredths is 1 and 3 hundredths. Make that decimal a little bit darker. And the next one is 1 and 18 hundredths, which is going to look like 1 and 18 hundredths.